Hello and welcome to our channel. I'm Danielle,
And I'm Stephanie.
and together we clean homes for free. That was a bit of a tongue twister that time.
Danielle's very hungover,
I'm hungover.
so
Yeah.
this voiceover could go either way. But yeah, so this is not the video that you guys were promised, but if you watched our previous video this week, which was a couple of minutes long and was kind of a plea for your help, you'll know why we're showing this video today. So we are starting this house, and this will be a multi-part series, but we're not just going to clean. We're going to deep clean, we're going to declutter, we're going to decorate, we're going to refurnish. Like, it's going to be a whole house transformation. But on this day, all we managed to get done was some of the kitchen. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, we were late in getting to the house. When we did eventually get to the house, the family were not ready to leave. And because there are so many children and it's a small space, we couldn't do any recording or get started. And we were talking to the woman of the house for quite a while. And then after they left, that's when we created our little walkthrough video where we were asking for the donations. So if anybody hasn't seen that, obviously in this video you're only getting to see the kitchen, but you could go back and watch it. It's on the channel. It's like 4 minutes long and it kind of gives you more of a view of the house. But yeah, we'll just kind of do our usual, talk about what we're doing, talk about the woman's story, and then we'll probably talk more about what we plan for this house as well.
So what are you doing here?
I'm clearing the floor because we always get so many comments about why did you not start with the floor? And also, every house that we've left unfinished, it's always been the floor that's been a matter of contention for me. Like, I need the floor to be cleared before we can get going now. Like, that's my thing now. I'm doing the floor first. So you were this house was so overwhelming for us. Like,
Yeah.
the thing is, it's not the worst house we've been in. It's not even the worst situation of the family like that we're doing. But there was just something about this house that we both walked into. We were way overwhelmed. I don't know, maybe it's just the wrong time of the month to be going on a clean. We were just very emotional.
Yeah, I was really emotional. I was holding back tears in the bedroom. I was like, I'm going to cry.
Yeah, it was just a sad situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we see worse houses than this and we were overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So imagine living in it. So I didn't know where to start. So what happened was we planned to start the kitchen and the living room on this day. So I started in the living room and I just hoovered, and that made such a difference. But then Danielle came out of the kitchen and says, no, I need you to come and do the kitchen with me.
I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this myself in the time frame that we've got, because I mean, it didn't look so bad, but once you started getting into it and realised there was a lot of stuff that had to be organised and be taken out of the room or sort through, and that's kind of time consuming. Like, I know that takes more time than cleaning. So I was like, we're going to need to just focus on the kitchen.
And then we didn't even get it all done.
I was about to say, and I was right, because we never even completed the kitchen.
Yeah, I think because what we usually do is we normally go in and do a surface clean.
Yeah.
Rather than a deep clean and getting into the cupboards and things. We start with a surface clean to make it less overwhelming. But because we didn't do it that way, I think that's one of the reasons it overwhelmed us. Because it got to a point where you were opening drawers and you were just like, the more I open, the less I can do this. And so I was just like, just stop opening drawers and just focus on the surfaces to start with. And then when we come back, we can do inside the cupboards. But I think we get quite a lot done, even though it doesn't feel like it in the moment. But yeah, definitely too much stuff. And I think that's the thing. So obviously we have asked for donations towards this house. It's not so much to buy clothes and toys and things like that. It's more to reorganize, redecorate, get the furniture to make it a more functional and livable space. My main thing is I just want to get beds. I just want to get beds for the kids, and
I want to decorate.
I just want to make space for them to play.
Yeah.
Like right now, you know, they have to climb over clothes and toys and there just is nowhere. But yeah, a lot of people, do you know, people on TikTok are mean. They are so mean. so mean. Okay, so we shared, like...
People are mean.
We have been trying to take off on TikTok, right? And that video asking for help was the one that did it. It's the one that took off. But the comments, I don't know if I can cope with the negativity on TikTok. Like, YouTube, Viewers, I love you. I love you all. It's such a positive community, and we can delete negative comments.
Yeah, and we don't often get negative comments on YouTube.
Yeah, like
You
maybe
get
one
the
in
odd one.
100.
Probably more than that.
No,
Like less than that, like 1 in every 500 or something.
okay, but I see more of the comments than you do.
Okay, yeah,
So it's about 1 in 100, but that is nothing compared to the TikTok comments. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah, so there were so many negative comments on TikTok and so many things got questioned. So I just wanted to address a couple on here, even though I know you guys probably already know all of this because you're like long-time viewers and yous like enjoying this kind of... Yeah, this is use are empathetic. Yous are an empathetic community.
Compassionate.
Yeah, we love you. We appreciate you so much more. Sorry, TikTok viewers, if you've come from there, but yeah, they're mean. But yeah, so there was a few comments like, oh, she doesn't need money to buy more stuff, she's got enough stuff. It's not about buying more stuff. First of all, everything that is on that floor is dirty, it's contaminated, there's a bug infestation. We're not 100% sure on what the bugs are. You googled, like, there's silverfish, there's damp, there's beetles, but then what was that weird bug that you found?
I want to say cutworms.
Cutworms? Yeah.
They kind of look like cutworms. They look like little wee caterpillar grub looking things.
And that's just what we know from the kitchen so far.
Yeah.
So you can imagine, you know, if there's toys and clothes and all of the and bags of rubbish and rubbish within the stuff on the floors, you know that a lot of that stuff's probably going to need to be thrown out.
Yeah.
We're going to salvage as much as possible, and we're going to declutter for her. And then we're going to see what is still needed. I think it's not going to be a case of buying more stuff. It's going to be a case of going through the stuff that she has, like cleaning it up.
Mm-hmm. Organising it. Yeah. Making it functioning. Do you know what I mean? Creating storage for her and repairing the floor and decorating. Like, it's not about buying new stuff. It's about kind of upgrading what she's got and making it more functioning. So it doesn't end up like that again.
Yeah, because there was comments like, oh, but she's got a big TV and a really nice fridge, and it's like, yeah, and she obviously is just fallen on hard times, and it's not even so much financially. We don't know this woman's financial situation. We're not asking for money because she can't afford it. We're asking for money because we want to do this for her. Yeah. We don't turn up to people's houses and say, your house is rubbish, we need to throw out the whole thing and start again, and you're going to foot the bill for that. We're not going to do that. We're going to end and we're like, okay, we can do more here.
What can we do to help?
So that's the thing, and I don't know if we were maybe a bit misleading in our first video, like unintentionally, because we got a lot of comments about her being a single mum. She's not a single mum. She has a partner, but what we were told is that her partner works a lot, and when he is home, he isn't really doing much within the home to help. And then because she's so overwhelmed because she's with the children 24/7, 2 of which have ASD, not sure what their diagnoses are, and I think that's why there are 4 children in one room as well, because I think the oldest child, he has his own room. I'm not sure if we're able to jig around the room situation. We've not seen the parents' room or the oldest child's room because there was people in those rooms when we were trying to have a look, and cats. There was loads of cats and kittens, that was it. There was kittens in the oldest child's room, but I think, you know, it is quite a big age gap between the oldest child and like the youngest child, so the ages are 2, 4, 6, 9 and 14. So
well done. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I asked her that when we first went in.
I remember 2 and 14, so
well, that's the age range.
Okay.
So yeah, it's the 14-year-old that has his own room. But then I do wonder, could the 9-year-old go in with him? But we don't know. We don't know the size of the room. The room might be a box room. Yeah. It might literally fit a bed. We need to have a look. So we are going back to this house tomorrow, and we are going to sit down with the woman, like kind of make lists and see, you know, what's the priorities, what's needing done, how can we tackle this. We're going to have a good look at the other rooms, and then the plan is to start sorting through the clothes in the younger kids' room, because that room for me is the priority. That's the room that I want to get sorted ASAP. But also, my wrists are so bad right now, I actually don't think I could physically clean. So I think just going through and sorting out the stuff would be a good start. We've had so many offers of help from so many people. You know, we've got floor fitters contacted us, rubbish removal. We obviously are working with trash converters because they're the OGs.
Hashtag Team Callum.
Yeah. We've had, the only thing we're still looking for is painters and decorators, because the thing is, right, we've had offers of support from people that want to come in and help us. But as we've always said on the channel, you know, we can't just accept help from the general public because of insurance reasons, privacy, all of that kind of stuff. So we need tradespeople who have their own insurance, you know. So there are other things that we can do if people are volunteering, because we've had a few people, like we've had cleaning companies volunteer. They can come in and help us because they will have their own insurance and contracts and all of that. So we will be accepting help with the cleaning from the official cleaning companies. And we are grateful for everybody that is offering to come in and help. But obviously we won't be able to accept everybody for those reasons mentioned. But what we will be doing is we've spoken to a local laundromat. And because we don't want to just throw everything out and be wasteful and buy new, and also that wastes people's money as well, what we're going to do is when we sort through all of these clothes, we're going to take them to the laundromat and get them cleaned up. So if people want to volunteer, like, because the people who have offered to volunteer, that's what I'm going to suggest that they help with, is going along to the laundromat and help him with the washing, the drying, the folding, the ironing, all of that stuff, to then bring the clothes back ready. And then so it's just kind of, we're thinking we probably will end up painting ourselves at this rate if we don't get any offers of tradespeople who can paint. But we know a handyman. He could help out. There's a couple of things that are broken in this kitchen. So in the kitchen, what is it we need to do? You can talk for a bit, Miss Hungover.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm so glad that you're kind of holding the fort down for this one, right? But in the kitchen, the microwave's broken, so we need to replace the microwave. We need to finish doing the clean. We've got a few shelves we need to fix in some of the cupboards. We need to replace the flooring.
There's a cupboard door, I think, that needs replaced as well.
We need to replace or fix the cupboard door. And then it really just needs a lick of paint.
And then I think I'll show you where it is, but I think that we could put some shelves on that wall. See, to my left, where I am standing right now, that wall, when you first look into the kitchen, the wall opposite, I feel like some shelves on there would be really good. And I mean, the thing is, like, all the negative comments that we did get on TikTok about, you know, like, or maybe the social services should take her kids and all of that. We seen these kids. They were clothed. They were happy. They were, like, noisy and playful, and like, you can tell the children themselves are looked after, which is probably why they've not been removed already. And people say, you know, there was a couple of comments like, oh, social services don't just take your kids because of a dirty house. That's not true.
Yes, they do.
If the house is unsafe and unlivable, then they could be taken. And that she has been told, you know, you either fix this or that's the next step. And we will get into her story. And the thing is, like, we need to speak to her again, because we were given a lot of information and we need to, like, sometimes it gets jumbled up and things. But so we are going to be doing obviously follow-up visits, follow-up videos. We'll kind of try and cover as much as we can. This is going to be a journey. It's not
take
just
you along with us. It's going to be the first of us actually doing more than just a one-off clean. Do you know what I mean? Us being able to feel like, because I think a lot of times we don't feel like we helped enough, or we don't feel like we have enough time to actually give people a proper good reset. So I think,
like I say, we do surface cleaning mostly.
So I think for us, this is going to be one that we're going to be really like, I'm so glad that we did this. And
by the end of the year, we're going to look back and be like, that was the one. Like, that was our favourite one. But just while we're on the subject of, you know, like, we can only do this because of you guys. Like, you have raised an incredible amount of money in the very short time that GoFundMe has been up. Will you stop fidgeting?
I know, I'm
It's
sorry.
noisy.
I'm trying to get my phone so I can find out how much we've actually managed to raise so far.
All right, okay. So Danielle's going to check that. I know it's over £3,000, which is absolutely incredible. And that doesn't even include the donations on YouTube that we've had through Supers. And it also doesn't include any donations through the Buy Me and Coffee. And we've also had offers of, different furniture and things as well, which is incredible.
So far, we've raised £3,000 and £3,065.
Which is awesome. As well as, Callum has, Trash Converters Callum has a friend who has his own business, and I think it's to do with cars, and his business is donating £500 in cash as well, but they're currently on holiday, so when they get back we'll be going to pick that up as well. So that's over £3,500 that's been raised in 2 days, guys. 2 days. That's insane to me. We set that up and then went to bed and woke up and we were like, oh my god. That's the other thing. So we're a little behind on replying to comments and admin. Like, we've had so many messages, and
it's been quite hectic.
It's been a bit overwhelming, yeah. Like, in the best way, but there is only the two of us, so we might take a while. And like I say, because my wrists are so bad right now, typing and editing and all the stuff on the phones, it's difficult.
And we still have a life, and we went and got drunk last night. I mean, I got drunk. Steph drank 3 drinks, and that's Steph's drunk.
I am just not a big drinker, okay? I had a great time.
It was a good time.
Yeah, so that's what we've been doing. That's the thing though. I'm sitting at the campfire barbecue, and I'm still replying to messages and oh, Danielle, we need to do this, and she doesn't
turn off.
Yeah, it's hard. It's so difficult.
I'm like, no, I'm done. I turn off.
Yeah.
You need to learn that though, because then that's...
I know, I burn out because I don't turn off, but it's just the way my brain works.
And the thing is, the bigger we get, which we keep growing, and it's amazing, the less we're going to be able to put and reply to every comment or every comment. Do you know what I mean? And that's just something that our viewers and our
I think they're already noticing as
will,
well.
be able to understand that.
Because obviously I've got my channel as well, which I do 2 videos a week for that, plus this one, and then have to reply to all the comments. It can get a bit much, but we read every single comment. Well, I read every single comment.
I eventually get there.
Yeah, she picks and chooses. By the way, those braids actually did destroy my hair. Look at how small my bun is. I have so much less hair. I do not recommend if you have my kind of hair type anyway. Obviously, for certain cultures, it is a great way to have your hair. But yeah, for me, it was a mistake. Big mistake. I regret it. So yeah, as you can see, that's where I was going with that thought originally, with the kids being happy and clothed and all of that, is all the cupboards have food in, and this food is all in date. It might be the cheapest stuff, but there's food here, and they have a very nice fridge freezer. I want their fridge freezer. It's so nice. Did you see inside it?
No.
The fridge freezer is lovely.
I'm going to have a look when we go back tomorrow.
Yeah, we've been offered a couple of fridge freezers, and I'm like, no, they actually have quite a nice one. They don't need that, but thank you. So yeah, the kids are happy, fed, clothed, all of that jazz. And you can see, she obviously likes cooking. I don't know. I thought this was just for keeping food warm at parties. But
I thought so too.
I'm thinking it must be something else.
No, it is. It's definitely for...
So it's not like a mini slow cooker thing? No, definitely for just keeping food warm. Okay, I might get one of them. I like to host parties a lot. I don't know what these were on the bunker. I think it's when you put wet cardboard down, and it sticks.
Sticks and transfers.
Yeah. So what I end up doing with that is scraping off the top layer and then spraying it down, and then I put a warm cloth over it and let it sit. I did the toaster clean today.
She did. I was very impressed with her.
She was very sad because I didn't know she wanted to do it because it was a really good one and I'd already started, and then I was like, I'll swap you if you want, but yeah.
You wished I did swap you.
Well, to be fair, this was the first thing I actually really cleaned in this house, and like I say, my wrists and hands are so bad. You keep seeing me swap between which hands I'm using because it was painful. It hurt. So by the time I'd been doing it, I was like, yeah, this is not great. I was struggling a little bit. So yeah, I didn't really do a lot of cleaning in this one. That's why originally Danielle was going to do the kitchen and I was going to do the living room, because it's mostly sorting things out in the living room, just like the bedroom. And I know, like, even though the bedroom is my priority area, we obviously haven't started in there. And I know people are probably thinking, why did you, like, the kitchen's not that bad, why did you not start in the room where the kids are sleeping? But it was too overwhelming. And at that time, you know, we didn't know if we would be able to replace things. So we didn't want to start chucking things out or rearranging things and all of that stuff, because that obviously we didn't post the video until later that evening. And yeah, we didn't know things were we hoped they would take off like they have done, but we didn't know if they would or not. So that's why we didn't start in there.
I think it was like, also we just needed to start somewhere, and it was the easiest place. I know that sounds bad, but it was just like, okay, let's make a start, let's do something. Yeah,
because the bathroom is really not needing really anything done, just needs a normal general wipe down, maybe a lick of paint. So yeah, which I mean does show the woman, she might have been in a bad place, but is in a much better place and is ready to accept help now. So this is probably a good part to tell you some of her story. Do you want to do that? Or
I don't really remember her story.
Okay.
I know there's bad mental health, but
yeah, we don't know specifically, but we probably will be asking for more details. But so obviously she has the 5 children and her partner. That was the other thing. We got so many comments because we'd mentioned that she was in 5,000's worth of debt with the council. But I think people are misunderstanding and thinking she's not paying the rent. That's not true. This woman is a care leaver, so she grew up in care. And anybody that has grown up in care or is aware of the system, you know, they don't have the best. It's a lot better now, but they didn't used to have the best support. You know, they would come out of care and not have any life skills, not know. So she didn't know how to budget or anything like that. So she's come out of care and gone into a house or a flat or whatever. And we're making some assumptions here because we don't know fully her situation. But the £5,000 worth of debt is from a previous house. I think before she had her children. So I think it would have been when she's just come out of care. Now, for anybody on benefits, it's not the case now, I don't think, but it used to be the case that when you would get paid your benefits, you then had to pay your landlord out of that. But not everybody's aware of that, you know, or maybe she didn't know how. So basically at that time, she might have been getting the money for the rent, and then she didn't know that was the rent money, and so she was paying it.
Is it rent debt?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
I think so.
Because I'm sure she only said... Oh no, she said arrears, didn't she?
Yeah, she said arrears, yeah. So anyway, so she said that she was offered a house move from this house. She started packing everything up and then got told, no, we can't move you because you're in £5,000 worth of rent arrears from this house, and then obviously gave the address. But she wasn't aware of any arrears. She said she hadn't had any correspondence about it, and it was a big surprise to her. So I'm assuming that that's what's happened, is that she was supposed to be paying rent at that time and then didn't pay. But I mean, that might not be the case. I got into rent arrears a few years ago when I was younger because my partner at the time was financially abusive and he controlled the finances, and I did not know that he wasn't paying the rent. So then when I ended up homeless, and then when I did get a house eventually, I got hit with this big bill for, it wasn't rent, it was for council tax, because he hadn't been paying that either. So it could be a situation like that, you know. We don't know the details, but neither do all the people commenting saying, oh, so she's not paying her rent. She is paying her rent right now. She just obviously got into some trouble in the past. So yeah,
I mean, that happens as well, especially when you come out of care and you're young and you don't think about responsibilities or consequences, and you get this money and you're like, oh, I can spend. Like, do you know what I mean? That happens. People have to learn. Unfortunately, people that leave care don't have that guidance.
And they are making like big leaps and strides these days, like with the support system for people coming out of care. So for example, just throwing it out there, if you're in Scotland, like if you live in Scotland and have done for 3 years, or you have residential status, if you're a care leaver, there is extra funding available if you're at university that you don't have to pay back. So I was in care very briefly as a child. Because of that, when I've finished uni, I'm not finishing with thousands of pounds worth of student debt because I don't have to pay that money back because I was a care leaver.
Yeah. You're also, I know it's in Scotland, but you're exempt from paying council tax until you're 25 if you're a care leaver.
Oh, really? Oh, man, I didn't need to pay that rent arrears, that council arrears that I got hit with.
So I had,
It's paid now.
I had like £6,000 council tax, and I kept saying to them, like, no, I'm not paying it because I'm exempt. And eventually I sorted it out and it got wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be worth looking at for her, because that could be a similar situation. So as well as obviously all the physical things that we are going to do for this lady, you know, we are signposting to all the relevant support systems as well. So, because a lot of the comments that we get often, and it's often on YouTube as well, is, are you not worried it's just going to go back like this? And what we always say is, it might, but that's like saying to somebody, I'm not going to fix your broken leg in case you break it again, or I'm not going to wash these dirty dishes because they're going to get dirty again.
Yeah.
It very well might get back into like a disarray. However, that doesn't mean she doesn't deserve a fresh start. And then also, usually by the point of people asking for help, they're over that hurdle and they're ready to, it's a cycle, and by asking for help they're breaking that cycle and they're coming up out of it, and you know, we're helping with that. So no, we're not worried that it's going to get back into this condition, because we're going to take steps to help her to not have it back in this condition. So yeah, that's what we say to people who say that. It's like, well, why don't you just eat off your dirty plate then? Because it's just going to get dirty again. What are you looking up now?
My holiday clothes have just been delivered.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
There was more that we wanted to say.
No, there wasn't. We covered everything.
Did
What
we?
we were doing here, we covered that. What we wanted to do, we covered that. A little bit about her story, we covered that.
Yeah, that might have been everything. So how is everyone else? We haven't asked any engagement questions.
Yeah, how is everyone doing?
What's your favourite animal?
What was your favourite bit about this clean stuff?
Oh, God. Danielle.
Sorry.
Do you know, my favourite part about this clean was probably hoovering the living room floor right at the beginning, because as I always say, you know, a clear floor is a clear mind. And before we'd got there, her child had just emptied like an ashtray or something onto the floor. So it was like really, the living room floor was really bad, but actually it came up quite good. So yeah, that's probably my favourite bit. What about you?
My favourite bit was the light switch, but I don't know if you got that out or not.
No, it's in here.
Alright, okay, well,
We've seen
around
it.
the light switch, I was looking out for it and now I've first seen it.
There's the
And
phone
there's Steph's
notification.
phone.
I don't know if you've heard that. It might have been too far away.
But yeah, cleaning around the light switch, it was very satisfying.
I quite liked cleaning the front of the fridge.
Yeah.
I think that's the very
fine.
last thing you guys see actually before the video ends. But yeah, so we've only done part of the kitchen. I don't know if we will personally finish this kitchen, or if the teams of cleaners that are going to be coming in to help us will be delegated this job. I also have no idea how we're going to coordinate and film everything that's going to be done in this house. It might be, I don't know if anybody else watches Ben over at Flawless Cleaning Services. They kind of do big projects now, like Jim's project, where they have different tradespeople doing different things. It's mostly his family doing different things, and then he kind of walks around and gets clips of everybody doing stuff. That might be my job. You're looking at me like, no, I want that to be my job, so I don't have to do the work.
Nah, I'm thinking I could be like delegate and oversee and be like, right, do it like this and do it like that.
Yeah, we're still gonna clean and get involved as well. But if we are here with teams of people, we're gonna need to figure that out.
But I will be building the furniture.
Oh yeah, building the furniture. So this is the very last thing that we do, guys. I don't remove the stickers off this fridge because they're quite nice stickers, and you know, there's kids here. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this. We don't know how long this series will be. There might be other videos that we put in between, depending on how much footage we get, because obviously we are going on holiday in a couple of weeks as well. We are hoping, like, our other cleans are on hold right now, while we get this house sorted. But yeah, also the woman with the twins had her beautiful baby girls, and everybody is healthy, and I think she's working at getting them back home.
Yes.
Yeah, all the rubbish has been removed from her property now. She's working at getting them back home, so that was just a quick little update about her. Thank you very much for watching, and if you do like this kind of content, please like and subscribe and comment and all that jazz, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.